Hey guys, it's a Sportscast here, and breaking news, Matthew Stafford is staying with the Los Angeles Rams, and that is a good thing for both sides, in my opinion, and we can delve into it here with you guys. So, it's the best option for both sides, in my opinion. Let's look at some Matthew Stafford stats real quick from last season. Last year, he had 3,762 yards, 20 touchdowns, 8 interceptions to the 93.7 quarterback rating with a 65% completion percentage. Good, decent numbers, not a fantastic, not great, not his best year, but a decent year for Matthew Stafford. He threw for more yards the year before and more touchdowns and also had more interceptions. But let's look at it like this, okay? Because the market for Matthew Stafford, I don't see it being that great as far as options, right? He's got a limited time left. He's not a spring chicken. He's going to play 1 or 2 more years, maybe. We were wondering if he was going to go somewhere else. The Rams had opened it up so Stafford could go out and talk about a trade package with other players and other teams. And I don't think it was because the options weren't out there. Like I think that people wanted Matthew Stafford. It wasn't like people weren't chopping at the bits to bring him in, but I think he looked around and said the options weren't great. The talk was the Las Vegas Raiders or the New York Giants, and neither one of those teams are a win-now team. The Giants are further away to me than the Raiders, and the Raiders aren't ready either. I mean, they don't know who their quarterback's going to be. They had their ownership. They go through coaches left and right, and it's a bad culture as well. And the Giants are nowhere close either. They made this stupid move to get rid of Saquon Barkley. They made a dumber move in signing Daniel Jones and then cutting him last year. The dumb part wasn't cutting him. The dumb part wasn't even signing him to begin with. So I look at that and I go, man, I'm not going to win now with any of these teams. My best chance to win now and compete is with the Los Angeles Rams. So they go back into the meeting rooms and they make a deal and they get the job done. And I think it's best for both sides. Now, the Rams' point of view on this, in my opinion, is that they trade him somewhere unless they get a high pick as where they can draft a quarterback, right? Or they get a quarterback in exchange that they feel like can win now. They're basically hitting the reset button, right? They're saying to their fans, we are now in a rebuild. Does Sean McVay sit around for that, right? Sean McVay a couple years ago talked about retirement, decided to come back, and does he stick around for that? I'm not sure. But then your fan base has no hope and no motivation to really be that, excited about next season if you get rid of your quarterback Stafford, not knowing what you're going to get back in return, and basically pointing on a rebuild. And then I look at it this way: it may be one last push, one more ride here with Stafford, as the 49ers slipped last year, didn't even make the playoffs. Or are they going to continue to slip? And the Rams figured, hey, let's be all in and try to give one more run with Matthew Stafford. I think it's best for both sides. Man, my interesting side about this too is maybe now they bring Cooper Kupp back. They put up Cooper Kupp, said, hey, you can go out and look for a trade. The same way they did Stafford, thinking they were going to lose both. Maybe bringing Stafford back. Maybe he says, hey, let's bring Kupp back on a team-friendly deal. If Kupp's willing to do that and go all in and try and win this division this next season, hoping that the 49ers are going to be as strong as they once were and compete for this division. So I think it's best for both sides. And I honestly think that Stafford's decision to stay is the smartest one for him, and he's comfortable there, and he doesn't have to learn a new system, and they're still going to compete, and they got a good team around them. Let me know what you guys think. If I'm right or wrong, let me know if you think he would be better off somewhere else. And God bless, and we'll see you tomorrow night for the podcast.